Professor Smriti Kumar Sinha. Today is 1st of June 2025. What a wonderful day, and what a wonderful reason for which we all have gathered here at International Academy of Ethics. We all are here. We have gathered to welcome Professor Smriti Kumar Sinha, who is an esteemed academic leader and a visionary. He is the founding Vice Chancellor of Pragjyotishpur University, Guwahati. With an illustrious career, he has been entrusted with several distinguished roles, including being the President of India's nominee to the Executive Council of Tripura University and the Governor of Assam's nominee to the Selection Committee of Assam Women University. He also represents the UGC chairman at the Madan Mohan Malviya Teacher Training Center at Guwahati University. In his previous academic roles, Professor Sinha served as Dean of the School of Engineering at Tezpur University, where he also founded the Department of Computer Science in 1994 and led the Digital Learning Center as the director. And Dr. Sinha, by the way, I was in Tezpur for 1 year once upon a time. A scholar of great repute, he holds a PhD, a doctorate in computer science from Tezpur University, and has mentored 5 PhD graduates. His research excellence is highlighted by publications and 3 international patents, 1 European, 2 US. As the president of Vishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Sabha, Professor Sinha is a celebrated literary figure, widely recognized for his contributions to short story writing. He has been working for the revitalization of endangered languages of Northeast India in the last 4 decades. He has been a major activist in this field. He was invited as a distinguished speaker in the Manorama Hortis Festival of Art and Literature in 2024 November at Kozhikode, designated by UNESCO as the City of Literature. He has published 33 stories in Vishnupriya Manipuri in 3 collections, with several translated into Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, and Kannada. His international global works, they reflect his profound storytelling with pieces like Fish of a Dead River, God for a Night, featured in Indian literature by Sahitya Academy. He's an intellectual with myriad talents. Professor Sinha finds joy in acting, recitation, and creative writing. He is a devoted family man. He shares his life with his wife, Sunanda Sinha, their 2 children, Elena Sinha and Tathagata Abhigyan Sinha. Professor Sinha's journey blends academic rigor with a deep passion for literature, embodying the spirit of innovation, leadership, and creativity in every endeavor. Dr. Sinha, we are delighted and honored that you've joined us today. And it is so wonderful to have you with us today, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're most welcome, sir. And on behalf of IAE, Dr. Jarnail Singh Anand, we invite Maya Herman Sekulik, Vice President of International Ethics Academy, to welcome Dr. Sinha. She could not be here today in person, but she recorded a video to welcome him. So, dear Swati, our host and our coordinator who helps us technically facilitate the event is here. Would you kindly start the video of Dr. Maya?
Excuse me. Her voice is not audible to me, at least.
Me also. So I think Swati,
There's
we
some
will
problem
have
with the
to.
audio in the vid. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we can stop that now. And we apologize, Dr. Sinha. There is some audio technical hitch here with Dr. Maya's welcome note. So let me talk about her just for a minute. Dr. Maya is an internationally published Serbian American author with 30 books in Serbian, English, German, and French, and her poems are translated in 27 languages. And of her poetry, Nobel laureate Joseph Brodsky said, "Her poetry is of the rarest talent and beauty as she is herself." Maya is an acclaimed and multi-awarded poet, novelist, essayist, a bilingual scholar, a Princeton PhD, and a major translator. She's been nominated by the IAE for the Nobel Prize in Literature. She is a member of American and Serbian PEN, American Academy of Poets, Association of Writers of Serbia, and Serbian Literary Society. She was schooled and she has lived all over the world from Europe and USA to the Far East. And as a triple ambassador of goodwill, culture, and literature, has been building bridges between cultures for over 30 years. She now shares her time between New York and Belgrade. So Maya, we apologize. Your audio was not clear. So we welcome Dr. Smriti on your behalf because you could not be here today. Sarita, we welcome you also, who knows him very well. So, Dr. Anand, will you please welcome everyone, and then we invite Sarita to talk about Dr. Sinha.
So, thank you, Rupa. First of all, once again, I extend a hearty welcome to Dr. Sinha. We feel elevated with your presence. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Today, in this August assembly, we have Dr. Basudev Chakravarti, who is a very, very senior academician from India as well as US. He will be talking about a book which I am going to release today. It will be released by Dr. Sinha.
Thank you. Thank you for this. No.
Then another book, Gold Mine, that will also be released by your good self. And about that, our associate director, Professor Seema Jain, who is here, she will be speaking a little bit about that book. So this is the overall, schedule for today. But most important of everything is this day is very important for International Academy of Ethics because we believe that truth is not enough so long as there is not truthful living. I mean, righteous living is very important as a supplement of truth. So, truth is, an abstract idea unless we bring it into our life, into our thought. So that is why we people in International Academy of Ethics, we have so many international presence in so many countries. Our effort is to discuss issues which involve ethics. And it is our avowed aim, our ultimate wish that ethics should become a part of, syllabus of the universities. When we are teaching philosophy, we are teaching culture, why not teach ethics? In our schools, we have subjects like moral science. Moral science is taking a very limited view of ethics. Ethics is a very vast subject, and it's very important that we. I hope I am audible. Am I audible?
As a honorary fellow. What is important? What is important as we all gather today here to honor and celebrate an exceptional personality like Professor Sinha is the fact that he is not only an educator who firmly believes that no education is complete without ethical standards, but he also strives to provide for the study of ethics and adherence to it. Honoring him with the International Academy of Ethics Fellowship is the moment when we recognize his work and aim to give due credit to it. Professor Sinha, as I know him, is a person who is dedicated to the cause of ethics. He makes sure in his day-to-day work that when we talk of emotional intelligence, we do not forget the ethical side of it. We are talking of, there was a time when we were talking of IQ, intelligence quotient. Then came a time when we were talking about emotional quotient. We were talking about how we can develop it amongst the students and the citizens. And I think now the time has come for us, with due importance to both intelligent quotient and emotional quotient. I think the time has come for us to start talking about ethical quotient as well. So, as Dr. Singh was saying earlier, that we talk of moral science in schools and colleges, but I think it is a very limited concept, and ethics should be brought up in a bigger way, in a much more holistic way. And I think what better than our educators who are in the right places to begin with the education of ethics? So, Professor Sinha, as I was saying, from whatever I have known of him and whatever I have seen of him as a person, I feel that he is devoted to the cause of uplifting morals in our society, which needs to have ethics today. And Pragjyotishpur University, which is established in Guwahati, is the one such institute which I personally feel can make a lot of difference in the study of ethics. Because not only are they already veered towards the education and adherence of ethics, but I think they will also, in the days to come, make a smooth transition from emotional intelligence, emotional quotient to ethical quotient as well. And I'm happy to share that in the days to come, the International Academy of Ethics, which has been doing some tremendous work all over the country and also in foreign countries, will definitely join hands with the best states as well. Because Assam is a small state, as I would like to say. Of course, it is growing, but we live in small towns and we very strongly follow our ethical education. And in the days to come, I'm sure International Academy of Ethics will give us a chance to together progress as a whole and to make sure that ethical education reaches each and everyone. So I once again heartily welcome a person like Professor Sinha amidst our midst. It gives us a great pleasure. This association, I hope, will go a very long way because there is so much that we need to learn from him. There is so much that he can teach us, he can guide us in the days to come, and he can show us the way by leading from the front. So I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Anand for having brought Professor Sinha to the International Academy of Ethics and for making him a part of this wonderful, wonderful society, which is doing some credible work. And in the days to come, we will grow together. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you, Dr.
so
Sarita.
much.
And Dr. Singh, we lost you in between. I invite you back to kindly continue and speak.
Actually, we always think of fate as something inevitable, but these days, electricity, this Wi-Fi connection, these things also become inevitable things. We don't know when there will be an glitch or something. So I was just saying that ethics is the most important and most needed thing which should happen to our society, which is going down and down and deteriorating. And for this, I have my faith, firm faith, that this fall can be stemmed by the educationists, the students, and the educationists. We should start with this first. So today, This is a great day for us. Our members of the jury, Dr. Maya Harman, Dr. Basudev Chakravarti, very senior person, and Professor Seema Jain, Associate Director, RUPA, our Chief Coordinator. All of us are here to present the Academy honor of fellowship to Dr. Sinha. I request Swati to please show up the certificate.
Congratulations, sir, Professor Smriti Sinha.
Also, I feel honored by this fellowship, and thanks to all the esteemed academicians present here who are thinking of the importance of ethics in our curriculum and in these things. Thank you all for this honor to me.
So,
And all
Congratulations,
the
Dr. Sinha.
adjectives you have used during your deliberations. Actually, if you leave these apart from these adjectives, I am simply a teacher and a very simple man in nature. So these adjectives, with this and this honor you have shown to me, personally feel honored, and then this is a good initiative you have taken, Dr. Anand, and all the members, that this is what is missing in our education. We, all of us, have the same feeling. I think we are from the same frequency, that education, knowledge is not the only thing. Knowledge plus ethics, that is education. And knowledge minus ethics is dangerous. It's counterproductive. Yes, thank you very much for this honor given to me.
so Dr. Sinha, we would like you to we would like to know about your your philosophy, what you
Okay.
want, how you want to implement, or how you want to go about with your educational processes and integrate ethics also, if possible.
Okay. Yes. Definitely. Since I was a faculty member, I think from lecturer to professor and then dean, and I was one of the three founders of Tezpur Central University. And I joined Tezpur Central University in 1994 to build up this university. I was one of the three faculty members under the guidance of the then Professor Pathak. We worked here. And with this experience, now I am given the responsibility of founding a new university, and truly Bharatiya Vishwavidyalaya with Bharatiya value systems and all others. This is the responsibility I have assumed. Before that, I was in Guwahati University in the Department of Computer Science for 4 years, from 90 to 94. This is my academic journey. And actually, I mastered in physics, and later on in 1980 to 384, the computer science started coming in India. And I was one of the first batch students of Guwahati University Computer Science. And accordingly, and then I did my PhD in computer science under the guidance of Professor Gautam Barua, former director of IIT Guwahati. And this is my academic, these things. And for a short term, 1 year, I was as a visiting professor in SAPLAB, Sofia Antipolis, France. I worked there. And those experiences, I tried to contribute with that experiences in my academic journey. And now, since the question is how I am building up this new university, there is a golden opportunity given, because I think entire policy makers in education in India, they realize the importance of values in education. And so NEP 2020, New Education Policy 2020, has distributed this, given space for these value added courses, and for employability caution enhancements, skill enhancement courses, along with multidisciplinarity. And so all these features, and I'm happy to say, we implemented in Pragjyotishpur University, because this university is born in Amrit Kal, and after NEP 2020. So I implemented in the following ways. And Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, Indian knowledge system. So as per the requirement of NEP, there are 5% of the total credit are to be from the Indian knowledge system. So our implementation now, the model we implemented is approximately 12%. Now in value-added courses, what I realized is that as a founding vice chancellor, this is where the blueprint, and once we start it, then only it will be carried, it will be changed later on maybe. But for the time being, my feeling was we are Bharatiyas, Indians, but the young generation should first know the Bharat Budh. So we have a value-added course called Bharat Budh, Understanding India. So that course is already running for last 2 years, Bharat Budh, Understanding India. And second, this thing is that we are also focusing on Indian knowledge system. That is how, what is the Indian knowledge system, Indian, how the science and technology and all these things we work today, how these things were done earlier. For example, I used to deliver lectures in different places, like for linguistics. For example, linguistic study of linguistics, we say that father, yeah, Saussure, Ferdinand Saussure is the father of linguistics. That's only in the 18th century phenomenon. But the study of language science started long time back with Panini. And even Panini was not the originator. Panini organized the existing knowledge in linguistic studies or language of science, science of language studies, from the existing knowledge which is spread over all disciplines, and then he collected it into an Ashtadhyayi. But actually the six Vedangas, first Vedanga is called Shiksha. And today we understand by Shiksha education. But in earlier time, Shiksha meanings it is the science of sounds. Only the dhani was taught in Shiksha. And then syntax and semantics, yeah, this Vyakarana. And then that Nirukta was on etymology in our modern terms. In this way, we have a connection, and our more young generation should know all these things. How in metallurgy, how in all these things, even in mathematics, we incorporated like very Vedic mathematics in our discrete mathematics course in computer science. I am a professor of computer science, so this is the place where only we can incorporate this concept of Vedic mathematics and Nyaya logic. Because we used to teach only the mathematical logic, propositional logic, predicate logic for artificial intelligence and others. Okay, only this Western logic. Along with that, some brief introduction on Nyaya logic, which is an Indian logic form, and many of the computer science professors all over the world have started working on it. In this way, the second we give all these things. And now, since already Sarita has said, I understand in India, I learned it when I was in France, that not only cognitive intelligence, we give our entire education system as of today is centered around cognitive intelligence, medha. But there are three or four non-cognitive intelligences which are very important to be successful in life, like emotional intelligence, cultural intelligence, social intelligence, and maybe the spiritual intelligence. So all these we are trying to incorporate in a course. Already it is running. And now equivalently in India, there is a model which is derived from Tattarya Upanishad, is that is called the Panchakusha. This is the center for personality development, like Annamay Kusha, Jnanamay Kusha, Manomoy Kusha, Vigyanmay Kusha, and Anandamay Kusha. So we have, along with artificial intelligence, data science, and other science courses and the social science courses, we incorporate these courses, and which gives ultimately to the values or ethics. This is how we have incorporated and running. And Yugo Science is made almost a compulsory course, because through Yugo, the young generation, they are enjoying. Initially, there was a not acceptability was less, but once they attend the Yugo classes and the scientific view of Yugos, then the students started accepting as a minor course or these things. This is how I implemented these things in my university in the undergraduate curriculum.
So, Dr.
And
Sir, we think,
regarding my literary endeavor, already it is said, and since I am a writer who I am also an activist for endangered language. My mother tongue is endangered language,
yeah.
and I think only name may be known or may not be known to all the members present here. So last 45 years, I tried to bring it to the international level through my stories and the other activities. And two collections of my short stories are available internationally now, all over the world, now in any country, which are published by Nugi Books. First collection is Seducing the Rain God. It's a collection of short stories,
Wow.
mainly with the folk beliefs and the scientific beliefs and all these things. And it's available all over the world. And also, I am happy that it found a place in White House in the President of US President's personal library as a representative of Northeast literature. And second book is Freedom Lost in Rights, which was launched in a Manorama Literary Festival where I was a speaker, and now it is under circulation. This is all about.
So we congratulate you for this information. It is a wonderful achievement, Dr. So
I
happy. And so, Rupa, please go ahead now. Let us move forward a bit. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much
Absolutely.
for your.
think.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Sinha. It's wonderful to hear from your own mouth, in your own words, your accomplishments and the work you're doing. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. So you are one of those whose influence will carry forward. And that's a legacy you will be leaving behind, because education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And here we have so many educators, including yourself, including Dr. Anand, Dr.
Yeah.
Basudev, Seema, Sarita, and it is our honor to have you all here. Today, Dr. Lakshmi Sri Banerjee was supposed to join, who could not, and but she's here with us in spirit. I invite Dr. Anand to invite Dr. Sinha to please launch your beautiful 12 epic collection, Epicacia. And after the launch, we will request Dr. Basudev to talk about it. So over to you, Dr. Anand, to request the launch of your beautiful book, and the cover will be displayed by dear Swati.
Swati, we are actually releasing Suffering's Favorite.
Ah.
Suffering's Favorite. Please show it. Yeah. Thank you very much.
And Dr. Jarnail Anand, as everybody knows, has penned 180 books. And he is equated to the Serbian Rabindranath Tagore from India. And he is someone who has also been honored with Grok Star by the Grok based on his writings. And he continues working, churning out writings day after day, hour after hour, almost, I think. And you can read his posts not only in books, anthologies, newspapers, and he's constantly writing. And Dr. Anand, it is an honor that we are able to launch your book today with the help of Dr. Sinha. Congratulations to you.
Thank
I
you
feel
so
honored for giving me this opportunity to launch a book of such a great poet and author.
Thank you, sir. I will like to read only
Yeah.
2 stanzas from this book.
Yeah.
It is an epic. I have written 12 epics, and this is the 12th one which came recently. You know, the photograph is of Sisyphus, right? Which we often talk that he was someone who was pushing up a rock, and then the rock would come down. He would again push it up. It would again come back. So we are referring to this. how can we alleviate human suffering? So I take it as human suffering. When we are weight utha rahe hain, when we are lifting the weight, it means how can we alleviate human suffering? Will Sisyphus again? Will Sisyphus always sustain as an emblem of eternal pain, embodying the destiny of the mortal chain? So, will he embody the destiny of our people that we are always suffering, 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 and working? And then it says, is man born to suffer? Is man born to suffer? O prophet, when shall this equation change? When will man live happily on this darkling plane? When we will be happy? We are never happy. Then one more stanza I will quote. Let me sing how the paradise was lost again. Paradise was lost, Milton told us. But we have lost it once again. And how? Man lost his dignity. Our next problem is that we have lost our dignity as human beings. And stung by lusts, stayed to play second fiddle to technology. I think this is our tragedy that we are playing second fiddle to technology. Technology has taken us over. So, without spending much time, because it has a lot to say, and my friends have written a lot about it, I will like Rupa and Swati to please show up the video of Dr. Maya, and we will invite Dr. Basudev Chakravarti after that. Dr. Maya's video, please show up.
Sir, give me a second, please.
Yeah.
As we know, Dr. Maya could not be with us. Hence, we have her video recording, Dr. Smriti Sinha, just so you know.
Voice. Give her voice. There's some issue with her.
Preeminent Indian.
Oh, thank you. This is the maximum because I have the speakers.
We hear her.
Dr. Janana.
I think there is no voice.
The audio is gone again.
Okay.
We heard
No,
it for a while.
I think when Swati switches off her mic, then I think we don't hear Maya's voice also. That's what I'm thinking. Swati, I think you should keep yourself unmuted.
Okay.
Swati, can you unmute yourself?
A world and our human brain prone to self-inflicted sufferings that shows us in his original prime satirist voice the result of our fall from the fall. This is the twist that he is uniquely capable of. I wish you great success with the launch of this new epic, and greetings again to all of you, and success to everybody. My love from the Adriatic and on my way back to Belgrade. Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Maya, for being with us in spirit and through your video and in your words. And once again, congratulations, Dr. Singh. And now it's the turn to invite Dr. Basudev Chakrabarti, our very senior educator, former professor of English and a faculty dean, University of Kalyani, West Bengal, a former world humanist scholar at Central University of Arkansas, USA, He obtained Masters in English from Calcutta University. He left for another Master's in English from University of Houston in Texas, followed by a doctorate PhD degree on Thomas Hardy. He also did his MPhil in English from Nagpur, Maharashtra, and PG DTE from CIFL, Hyderabad. As former world humanist scholar at Central University of Arkansas, Dr. conducted a workshop for English department faculty on poetry of Tagore, lectured to writing and rhetoric classes on the problems of translation to the postgraduate students. He published 8 books on various literary subjects, including his theses on Hardy and over 100 articles in literary journals globally. Dr. Basudev, it's my honor to invite you, and over to you, please. Kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Mute. Now I would have to do unmute.
We hear you. Unmute now.
Audible?
Yes.
No.
Yes, sir.
Now audible.
Okay. Good evening to all. Everybody present on this occasion. Professor Smriti Kumar Sinha, Honorable Vice Chancellor. Dr. Janal Singh Anand, Chairperson of International Academy of Ethics, and all erudite scholars present in this virtual meeting. It is my proud privilege to be present on this occasion when the International Academy of Ethics has unanimously decided to honor Professor Smriti Kumar Sinha with a prestigious academic award fellowship. The Academy has taken this decision simply because he is a linguist of international repute for promoting, very important, for promoting endangered language in the northeastern part of India. His mother tongue is Vishnupriya Manipuri. I have heard this language when I used to visit Manipur University in Imphal. A linguist with a strong background of computer science. Computer science is naturally expected to be a computational linguist and at the same time a polyglot. A language endangered is endangered when speakers of that language become gradually small in number. Second, no language is either superior or inferior. No language is either rich or poor. Every language is an effective tool of communication. The community of people who speak in that language may be socially marginalized or economically poor or politically oppressed. Maybe leaders, maybe mainstream Indian culture may have segregated them, and it's an injustice to the community of people whose language is on the way to be extincted. This type of normative judgment about a language in danger of extinction is indeed an example of our callow competence and callous misconception. We all heartily salute, I use the word, we heartily salute Professor Sinha for his active and articulate and articulated. We all heartily salute Professor Sinha for this active and articulated interest in popularizing the minor and most obliterating language of our Northeast. Dr. Sinha is not an academician, but a guardian of Indian culture and tradition. I do fully agree what Dr. Sinha has said, that is importance of Indian knowledge system. And in that system, there should be sense of values. In one word, according to Dr. Anand, it is the ethics. Ethics should be a part of curriculum. And
Yes.
I am happy that Dr. Sinha has inducted moral science or ethics or Indian system of education, Indian knowledge system in one of the Indian universities. I am very much thankful to him for his attempt to induct this course at the undergraduate level. I am proud and thankful also to Dr. Janal Singh Anand, chairperson of this Academy of International Repute. Dr. Anand is a poet and a philosopher. The unique feature of his poetical works is a happy blend. I do use blend, happy blend of poetic aesthetics and philosophy. His philosophy is man's ethical value, which is truth. And this truth, this word is an abstract noun. The concept of truth is abstract. Dr. Anand has already said. So it should be concrete. And one of the ways to concretize this abstract idea is to change, is to moderate the way of our life we live in this world. This truth, according to Dr. Anand, can be applied in our day-to-day life by leading a life free from dishonesty, corruption, and anything that is harmful to mankind. Here lies Anand, altruism. Here lies Dr. Anand, altruism, and meliorism. Meliorism is a word in philosophy. Meliorism means man's ethical improvement. ethical belief in man's ethical improvement. Miller means that. Here Anand is close to Guru Nanak Prabhuji and Lord Buddha. Here I am tempted to quote few lines written by Dr. Rana Nayar, former professor of cultural studies, Punjab University, Chandigarh, in a blog of Dr. Anand Epicacea. See, look at the name, Epicacea. Epic plus Asia, Epicacea, colon, 12 epic poems in 2 volumes. Dr. Rana says, quote, as a poet, Dr. Janal Anand is essentially a synthesizer. The key word is synthesizer, a unifier whose effort is always to fuse together disparate traditions. This word, adjectival word, the epithet, desperate, is very much significant in this context. Is to fuse together desperate tradition, poetic elements, and ethical imperatives. I do emphasize the word imperative, ethical imperative. Yes, it is a part of the ethical imperative which should be included in the syllabus of Indian universities and a part of Indian knowledge system. Dr. Rana is very much appropriate in his judicious estimate of Dr. Anand's literary creation. A synthesizer, a unifier of different disparate cultures and traditions is not the character of an epic poem, definitely. Whether it is an epic of art or an epic of growth. Though, in Anand's dramatic text, we find the perennial conflict between the good and the bad, between the vices and virtues. Epic invocation, very important of an epic poem. Epic similes is equally important in an epic. And we all find all these things in Dr. Anand's text. Grand epic style and lofty language of an epic. Whether it is an epic of art or epic of growth. Grand language. This is very important. Lofty language of an epic is absent in Dr. Anand's writing. But what we find in Anand's Mahakal trilogy, and subsequent dramatic works, is dramatic text is steeped, S-T-E-P-E-D, steeped in pungent satire. What we find in Anand's work is Anand's satirical vein, very much articulated in his work. One more thing relevant to this context is that Dr. Anand has reorganized classical epics in his own uniquely poetic talent. His seminal works is considered neo-epics. neo-epic. If there is a new humanism, if there is a new imperialism, there is also neo-epic. That is the argument. It is an epic, but it is not. What is that then? It is neo-epic. And why? His works are replete with different meanings. But the most inimitable feature is that he has dealt those ancient myths in his own way to contemporize with modern times. Here lies his excellence, poetic excellence. Excellence. His work is neo-epic. His work is neo-myth. This is Anand's originality. This is the merit of Anand as a poet. As a poet who blends with it philosophy of altruism, which has been, you will find it in Herbert Spencer's Principle of Sociology, man's ethical evolution. Man is bound to reach the zenith point of ethical evolution. It is determined. It is a fact. This is found in no literature in the world. Neo-ethics is a new literary genre. I use the term genre, G-E-N-R-E, a new literary genre in the world literature. To my knowledge, I tell you, this is found in no literature of the world. While reading some of his work, I remember Piers the Plowman of William Langland, and occasionally I remember Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. I find a kind of similarity between the extent of satire in Dr. Anand's work. With my minimum research, I read all his work, but with minimum research at mind, with minimum research of Dr. Janal Singh Anand and his work, I can say he is neither a postmodernist poet or a poet of post-truth era. Post-truth era emphasizes emotion. They ignore reason. What Dr. Anand wants to do is a kind of fusion between emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, and in Dr. Sinha's word, spiritual or ethical intelligence. I can say he is neither a poet, neither a postmodernist poet, or a poet of post-truth era, though he breathes. Dr. Anand and we all breathe in and breathes out in this post-truth era. There is a beginning, middle, and an end in Dr. Anand's work. This evening, Dr. Anand's suffering favorite is being officially released in the presence of the honorable and versatile person, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Smriti Kumar Sinha. I'm very happy. India, our country, will be proud, will be very much proud if we all are ready now to spontaneously acknowledge Dr. Anand as a great poet, Indian poet, dramatic, and a philosopher. Thank you all, my dear friends. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Basudev. Dr. Anand, you want to say anything to him before we invite Seema?
Yeah, we will definitely invite Seema, but before that, I must say, I regard Dr. Vasudev's words like scriptures. Whatever he says is highly valuable, and he has studied a lot, worked hard a lot. It is, when we talk on intellectual topics, it is great labor, mental, intellectual, everything, for which all the words that Dr. Vasudev has said, I can't say, but I express my deep thanks to whatever he has said. Thank you, sir, once again.
Yeah, what a beautiful speech or words from Dr. Basudev, which befits our Dr. Anand, founder of IAE, the president. And I take this opportunity to invite Professor Seema Jain. Seema, are you there?
Yes, I'm very much there, Rupa.
Thank you for being so patient, and I invite you. You, Seema Jain, are a bilingual poet, short story writer, translator, editor, critic, ex-head Department of English, a recipient of many prestigious awards. You have 15 books published, 5 collections of English and Hindi poems, 2 edited books, a book of translated poems, 2 translated novels, and 3 edited poetry anthologies, 1 each for Sahitya Akademi. You've been a speaker at Jaipur Literature Festival, Sahitya Akademi, and SARC Countries Lit Fest. You are an associate director of our own IAE, President Lit Spark, and MKM Punjab unit. Your poems are globally published in about 150 anthologies. And Dr. Sinha, please meet Seema, a wonderful dear friend. And over to you, Seema.
Just wait. Swati, please show up the book, Gold Mine.
Yeah.
We are going to get this book also released by our guest, Dr. Smriti Kumar Sinha Sahab. This is the second work which we wish to be released in your kind presence. And this Gold Mine, is a work which has come up in joint, it is a joint work, joint project by me and RUPA. This is the second book that we have done together. The first book was Soul Pit.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anand. I am really honored to inaugurate or book launch this new book, and it's very interesting. I think it is for children. These things, I suppose.
Yeah, actually, in Soul Pit, it was just like playing the kids playing.
Yeah.
But when we went over to the next book, we thought that there was going to be some philosophizing. So its name was changed to Gold Mine. It is again micro poetry, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Professor Seema ji will say something about this book.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Professor Seema ji, please come up.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. A very good evening to all the worthy members present here in this group. And first of all, I would like to begin by congratulating Dr. Sinha for being conferred with the International Academy Ethics Award And my regards to Dr. Basudev Chakravarti, Sarita Sharma, and of course, Rupa Rao, our wonderful host and coordinator. Um, I think it's a great idea to begin the International Academy of Ethics, and it's doing absolutely wonderful work under the patronage of Dr. Anand. Uh, Dr. Anand, I would like to congratulate you for the launch of the two books, Suffering's Favorite and then Gold Mine. Uh, I have been asked to talk a little bit about this book, Gold Mine. So I begin with that. In fact, this book, it is a joint venture by Dr. Anand and Rupa Rao. You can say that it's a work of twinning in the honor of serious philosophizing. Though the cover looks like that it's a book for children, but I would say that this is a book for all age groups. Children also can enjoy it as much as adults can. And I would, while I was going through the book, I realized that the book and the micro poems therein, they are arranged in a manner, they are structured in a manner as we play Antakshari. So I would say that it's a philosophical Antakshari. It's a philosophical Antakshari because what happens here is that the next stanza is linked to the operative word in the previous one.
Yeah.
This is how the flow of the book goes. And it's written in a conversational, interlocutory style. And Dr. Anand and Rupa, they have termed it as instant poetry, charged with deep philosophy of life. I think it's a very appropriate description of the book. That is, it is instant poetry, but it is charged with deep philosophy of life. The preface to the book says, in this soul pit, we have dug golden thoughts, which can benefit the society apart from the joy they provided to us. So this is a very appropriate description, a beautiful description of the contents of the book. Now, I would like to say about this book and the micro poems of the book that coming from these seasoned minds of two very mature and sensible poets, we have reflections and deliberations on every conceivable subject under the sun in this book, which contains 202 micro poems by these two eminent poets. When you read the poems in the book, you feel that there are observations and reflections about concepts like wisdom and knowledge. They have something to say about destiny and human choices, about greed and loss of divine bearings. Some of the poems also talk about the vulnerability of the human soul vis-a-vis Satan. Then there are other poems which are about truth, about love and friendship, and some others, they are about life lessons and sufferings and so on. So it's a potpourri of various philosophical concepts related to life, learning, and choices. I would like to quote some of the very important and interesting micropoems in the book. For example, in the ninth micropoem number 9, Dr. Anand says, human souls are vulnerable to attacks by Satan unless they are trained in enlightened selfhood. Now, this is one poem. And in the next poem, Rupa Rao, taking the cue from the last words of the previous poem, enlightened selfhood, she carries it forward and says, enlightened self seeks that light for healing hidden dark corners. Then Dr. Anand, and the last word in this micro poem is mediocrity and masses. And Dr. Anand carries it forward again, saying, masses are often an insensate mass. Still, they carry a collective consciousness which dictates the sense of right and wrong and keeps men on the straight path. And then it follows with straight path, with Rupa taking it up. Straight path is not truly so, has twists and turns, complicatedly so, ups and downs, hidden curves also lead to the desired destination. Suggested ups and downs are no aberrations. All lead to the desired destination. And with the word destination, again it continues in a different vein. Destination relates to destiny, which we think is written by gods. This is Dr. Anand's micropoem. So one poem each by the two poets, and this is how the flow of the book engages you in a very interesting and captivating manner. Destination relates to destiny, which we think is written by gods, but Gita believes otherwise. It depends on our actions, foolish or wise. Now, another interesting deliberation is about God, about human existence, and a man's spiritual journey. In one of the micro poems, Dr. Anand says, if God is a puppeteer, are we puppets? So such questions are raised, which are for everyone to think about. And then, so this is how it goes on. And there is talk about lofty dreams, how they tempt us. And in one of the micro poems, Dr. Anand says, dreams stop when we reach fulfillment. So in short, I would like to say that all these micro poems, they are full of the common aspects of life, about the day-to-day aspects of life, about deeper philosophical issues, and so on. Again, another sample which I would like to mention here from the micro poem number 98 from Rupa Rao. It's so beautifully written. Oasis of life's hungers, mirage of wants and desires, accomplishments, awards, rewards, all end in same sunset of death. So in just a few words, so much has been said. And then again, she says in micro poem number 122, she talks about AI, that is artificial intelligence, how it looms large on mankind in spheres of science, arts, creativity of all kinds. And another interesting one is, we search the world for vision glasses that we forgot is perched on our head. How beautifully it sums up our attitude towards life, that, we have things with us, but we don't realize that they are close at hand. And I think the last one I would like to quote, this is a very significant one, which gives you a very deep and profound nugget to ponder over. All chase pot of gold at end of elusive rainbow. An endless gold mine rests within us untapped. I think this is where the message of the whole book lies. An endless gold mine rests within us untapped, of permanent, passing, temporary stuff and folks. Looking within, inside of us is all that remains. Looking within is all that remains. There is a gold mine resting within all of us, and all we need to do is to tap it because much of it remains untapped. So, with these few samples I just picked up from the book of micro poems, I think it must have been successful in giving you a peep into the overall contour of the book and the content of the book. So, Dr. Anand and Rupa, I must congratulate you. It's a very experimental kind of poetry, and I think it's like a pocketbook edition of philosophical nuggets packed into very little space and easy to read. So I'm sure that anybody who picks up this book and goes through it will really end up much wiser, much saner. So I must congratulate both of you, Dr. Anand and Rupa, once again for bringing out this beautiful and wonderful and amazing book. And I'm sure the readers are going to have a wonderful time. They will be entertained and they will also get a lot of wisdom from this book. Thank you.
Actually, thank you so much for your kind words and beautiful, I will say, quest into the book, the great journey that you have made.
Yeah, it was in fact a quest into the book. It was exploring the book was indeed a pleasure.
Thank you for that. And I would like to make one observation.
Yes,
I often think and write also. It can be of interest to you. I think I may have referred to that also. When we think of Dr. Sinha was also talking about that our knowledge is bad if it is not touched with morality or wisdom, right?
Yes.
So what I want to point out and underline and leave it for others to think over is that we are after knowledge. We want knowledge every day, in and out. There are so many streams which are giving us knowledge. But one thing which we should just think over is that God never wanted us to
have knowledge. Yes.
God never wanted us to have knowledge.
Very true.
He wanted us to remain in ignorance. It was ignorance, it was, innocence. He wanted us to remain in innocence and bliss, right?
Yeah.
But then, who asked us to go after knowledge? That is very important, which nobody has touched. It was Satan.
Satan.
Now, just imagine what interest Satan had that we go after accumulating knowledge. This is what we are doing, his bidding. We are not listening to God.
Yeah.
We are accumulating knowledge, that's all. But God, if we can turn to God, only if we empty our mind of entire knowledge that we have got, so that what is left behind is innocence.
But in this world of artificial intelligence, we are more and more running after knowledge. We are going in the other direction from what you are suggesting.
This is what I was going to say.
Yes,
in this
exactly.
book, Suffering's Favorite,
yes,
there is a specific reference that AI can be in, because it tells the truth, right? AI cannot be tempered easily. If you ask somebody, in a medical world, we go by whatever recordings are there, and they are not manual. They are by the machine. So we depend on machine 100%, right? So if this efficiency comes to our life, right, we can, our march towards godliness should be, easier. Rather, we are going towards the other side.
This is what I said, yeah.
So we have to take a decision and to decide which way to follow. And knowledge is prompted by devil. We should not forget this thing unless there is some Vedic wisdom, as Dr. Basudev.
I think knowledge untempered with wisdom, it is very dangerous. It can be precipitous.
This is the reason that Satan wanted us, and it is in Lustus also, in my book. Lustus also want people to knowledge, right?
Very appropriate point you have made.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Before we finish it up, let us have a comment from Dr. Sinha once again.
Dr. Sinha, we invite you. It's been an honor to have you join us. And you, Dr. Sinha, the fellow of IAE, are a pleasure to be with, and it's been wonderful having you here with us. So we would love to hear from you what you would like to add.
Unmute.
You are on mute, Dr. Sinha. Can you please unmute yourself?
After hearing such a beautiful philosophical context, really it's inspiring for me. And also at that same time, this learning, it's a positive ecosystem. Even though it is digital, I wish had it been physical. Anyway, in someday we may be interacting physically, but some points touched by our Professor Chakravarti and Professor Singh and his micro poems. And in micro poems, I just see the pleasure of reading Japanese haikus. Japanese haikus, small but very impactful, at least in the imagery, these things here, these were more on philosophical sides. And Professor Chakraborty has rightly said regarding this language and these things, since I am just like a soldier and I am working for last 45 years for my mother tongue. And when my mother tongue is ICU, I cannot think for the other things. Even though I am a computer science professor, my Tripad Bhumi is the intersection of computer science and creative literature. So regarding this in the context of Indian languages and others, I was asked the similar question in my session in Manorama Literary Festival. It was 40 minutes given to me and 40 minutes to Shashi Tharoorji, who is very famous writer, and I was just a Lilliput in front of him maybe in a different session. So anyway, I said in this answering this question, same thing is I would like to share with you. Our Indian policies are paradoxical in nature. I mean the language policies, particularly in scheduling the people and their languages. They are paradoxical, surprisingly. Our policymakers are from a stratified society, and hence stratification is inherent in the texture of the policies. Backward sections of the Indians have been scheduled as scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Accordingly, enjoy the facilities and privileges. General category people are struggling to survive. The fallacy of thought is that advanced languages have been with the legacy of privileges, facilities, and government resources, and they are categorized as scheduled, where the minor languages, very poor in resource and others, are non-scheduled. So bereft of patronage from the government and other agencies. Minor languages in the world is the number of minor languages, endangered languages is highest in India. And perhaps this is the reason because of this paradoxical nature of our language policy. This is highest in India, and India has the highest number of endangered languages. That is 196 languages are endangered in India. Out of that, highest number is in the northeast. They are almost near extinction or going towards extinction. In Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Assam, Nagaland, and all these things. So this is the language paradox. And now regarding my literary endeavor, since I am a writer of an endangered language, my mother tongue, which I want to put it in the international literary forums. So I'd like to just say a few words from my writings. I am saying the creation of Mother Nature are divine and enigmatic. But what we understand by language today is not the creation of nature. Language is perhaps the most impeccable creation of human mind. Every language is beautiful, and sweet like flowering plants. Some are cultivated, nurtured in gardens. Some are growing in the wilderness.
Yeah.
My mother tongue, Vishnupriya Manipuri, is growing in the wilderness, oblivious of the gardeners. It is endangered and facing the threat of extinction, yet relentlessly blossoming creative imaginations without fail, like beautiful and misty shiuli flowers, wafting sweet fragrance throughout the night, only to shed at dawn. I just carefully picked up a few of them, wove them together in the form of stories, and presented to the world as my offering to the creative literature. And these are my two books, which which are available in English translation. And I am happy that some of these stories are translated in Kannada, Gujarati, Assamese, Bengali, and some are already included in translation studies in some universities. And I am really thankful that you have given me a space here to interact with you. Such a beautiful minds. And I have seen, Singhji, your mind is beautiful, which is reflected. And Vasudev Chakravarti sir and all others, Rupa Raoji and Saritaji, all talked about beautiful things about me and about creative literature. This is really a very positive ecosystem for any creative writer. And I hope that in future also we'll be interacting and working together. And the main thesis of today's these things, main objective or philosophy of this International Academy of Ethics, to bring back ethics in the curriculum. I think this is the major point and which is lagging in Indian education in particular. We are talking about holistic education now, and our education was holistic from ancient time. In the middle, we lost, we chased, we thought education is a pathway to earn money, pathway to get employment, but this is not through our knowledge. Knowledge, as you said in your micro poem or at last, that God has not created us to earn knowledge, to be innocent, to be more innocent. Basically, the ethics, the values are more important than the knowledge. And that is a really good endeavor. And you are talking, I am always with you. And I am practically implementing the same thing in my new university. I don't know how far I will be successful. Most probably, it is now I am seeing the outcome among the students. So whatever is possible through NEP 2020, we incorporate in the curriculum. And in the campus, since our one is almost a residential university, we incorporated other things through sanskar. So education with sanskar. That is what I am trying to build up as a model. And let me see what we can do. Thank you for giving me this honor of this fellowship. And thank you all present here.
Thank you very
You
much.
are welcome. You are very much welcome.
Rupa, please wind up now with thanks.
Thank you
everyone.
so much. So, Dr. Smriti, thank you for making time, joining us, and welcome to the Fellowship of IAE. And we also look forward to many more events together. And like you said, maybe your wish will come true. Very soon, we all will land up in Guwahati in your university.
Oh, it's a great news for me.
And Dr. Basudev, thank you for your beautiful words about Dr. Smriti Sinha, about Dr. Jarnail Singh, and the work that they are doing, the creative literature that they are working on. And thank you for the work that you do. Thank you so much. Dr. Sarita, thank you for your words and for joining us. Professor Seema, thank you very much for your lovely words and the work you do. And without the seamless work of Swati Basu, especially today, her husband's not well, but she's still, after a visit to hospital, is here with us to facilitate the event. We thank you, Swati, and we send prayers for your husband to get better soon, and we wish you the very best. And thank you so very
Thank you,
much to
Rupa.
all those who joined us, who will join us, and those who listen in to us. Please support the literary pursuit, the work that you do and others do, and we thank each one of you for the goodness that we see around in the world.
And at the end, let me say this program was possible because of Rupa Rao. Your role is highly influential, and the way you conduct it is exemplary. Thank you very much, Rupa. Thank you, Swati. And I am really thankful to Dr. Dr. Saab from Guwahati, Smriti Kumar Sinha Saab, Dr. Basudev ji, who has come, who spent so much time and gave a very wonderful speech. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for creating this show and making it a success. So nice of you, sir. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.